Hi, we're in conversation with Mr. Sambhav Chowdhary of Sanstar. Artist, congratulations for the idea. It's a big landmark.
Thank you so much, Sonia, for having me here. Always a pleasure. Thank you so much.
My pleasure as well. So, how's been your growth journey?
I mean, it's been amazing. I've just to look on the hindsight. 2005 was when I passed out of college, and I was working with Infosys, and then I was working with British Telecom in London. And one fine day I realized, that India is the place where all the action is.
Absolutely.
Came back to India, joined my father's business. So it's a three. My grandfather started the business at the age of 14 as a trader.
Wow.
And in late 1950s, and then slowly and steadily we've been growing, and my father decided to put up the Kutch plant in 2004, and that is when he was like he was all alone, and he was trying to put up a manufacturing setup in the plant-based ingredient space. And that's when I came back, and then joined with him, and then realized as I said, India is the place to be. And did my MBA, went to Imperial College London, did some courses there, took some courses. I came back to India. I mean, 2005-6, as I said, we were around 70 crores of revenue in this space.
Wow.
And in 2024, we clocked 1,200 crores approximately. I mean, if you see the CAGR, it's been 22%, 24% consistently year on year basis. So, hopefully we continue this run
I'm sure.
for next few years
Sure.
at least, or next decade or so. But it is a very interesting space. We are very happy to be here in this space and look forward.
Excellent. So, can you share info about your specialized products and derivatives?
So we are primarily into plant-based specialty ingredients. We serve 60% of our product is caters to the FMCG consumers, and then we also have a basket of animal nutrition, and some of our products also go in the industrial segment and the pharma segment. But primarily in the food space of the business, we are sorry, 33% of our sourcing is done directly from farmers. The turnaround time for a farmer to come to our factory and unload the goods, get the quality checked, and get the payments in via check or electronic transfer is 25 to 30 minutes, which is again the fastest in the industry. We believe creating a good sustainable ecosystem, not only in terms of the product portfolio, but in terms of the human capital also will make a lot of change in terms of the company's growth strategy. And it's not that that the profit would drive the sustainability, but it's the other way around. Sustainability would actually be driving the profits of a company.
Absolutely. It's planet first and then we
Absolutely, absolutely.
So, how's your facility uniquely positioned?
So we are in right in the center of the corn belt. 25% of the raw material production is where the facility is located. I mean, we produce products, which are primarily be used for vegan meat. I mean, it's not just a concept, but it is already there on the shelf. I mean, there are approximately 300 to 400 startups which are already using the products we manufacture, not in India, but in the United States. And it's not something which is there on the paper, or it's a 10-year down the line technology. It is already happening. I mean, you see the shelves, with vegan meats, mock meats. In fact, KFCs and Burger Kings of the world, they have already taken this step to be more cleaner in terms of the to go on the vegan side of the entire food chain. Giving the consumer the same taste, the same texture, but on the vegan side of the business. You have companies like Nike and Adidas, coming up with products, which use fermentation technology, and the products we manufacture as a center of the supply chain to manufacture non-leather vegan goods. Louis Vuitton, Gucci. I think everybody's going into that space.
Well, yes.
Absolutely, and we see a tremendous scope. I mean, palm oil is unhealthy. I mean, we all know, but India is still the biggest importer of palm oil in the world.
Big bill, yes.
Yeah, I mean, and people are already moving from that zone to a healthier zoning and option. Talc, for example, is also unhealthy, and a lot of American companies have actually position themselves, not to use talc anymore and use plant-based, absolutely, skin energy, carcinogen. So the world is moving more, moving quicker than we could even think and imagine, in this space.
Right. And how are you using, leveraging technology for
So
traceability?
the plant is completely running on PLC DC SCADA system. It is completely, designed by European and American companies, and for us it is very critical that we have almost a zero rate of rejection and a zero rate of product recall, because some of the products which we supply are also going to FMCG companies, which they use for baby nutrition, for food, for human consumption. So we have to take utmost care that we deliver consistent quality and the right quality of product again and again and again every single day.
Wonderful. So what's your next phase of growth?
So I think we are doing an expansion at the Dhule facility. We are investing approximately 210 crores out to bring up a new scale of product, and the second generation derivative, which should also be used in the food and pharma space, and hopefully going further, being in close touch with the customers, we could develop new products, which would actually make life easier and sustainable for everybody around us.
Super. So what's in for the investors?
I mean, you're getting a company with a multi-decade promoter experience. I mean, the kind of investments we are doing. A greenfield project would have required at least 3 to 4x of the investment which we are doing. Our ROC and ROE have been above 25% and 28%, on CAGR basis. We've grown at the rate of 22% on CAGR basis for last 10-15 years. We are almost debt free. I mean, for a revenue of 1,200 crore rupees, our long term debt is 35 crore rupees, and short term is close to 100. But we are almost debt free company. Almost touched with zero litigation on us, So I mean, we have fantastic independent directors on our board. Mr. Aniket Talati, who has been the past chairman of ICI, Mr. Atul Agrawal, who has been the ex-MD of Indian Overseas Bank. Ms. Sejal Agrawal is also a member of ICI and a brilliant chartered accountant herself. So, I mean, we've got a strong board. We've got a strong history, I presume, six generations.
Wow.
6 decades of experience, third generation into the business, same line of business.
And that's a very strong foothold and looks very promising.
I hope so. I'm keeping my fingers crossed to continue the same thing in future.
Wonderful. So what's your leadership mantra?
I think be true to yourself and be true to people around you. Things will automatically fall in place. You don't have to be someone else, for things to happen. I mean,
sure.
I think that would really, and a lot of positivity, BS positivity. So I mean, not to be extra positive, but I mean, I like to be positive.
And which is your favorite book?
My favorite book. So it used to be my Ayn Rand a long time back. But I mean, I'm not able to recollect the name. I'm so sorry, but
sure, we'll connect.
Yeah. I mean, it's moving from a completely different space to another space and getting me shocked.
And it's all the numbers on the mind right now. Wish you a great IPO.
Thank you so much.
Fantastic run.
Thank you so much for having me here, Sonia. Always a pleasure talking to you.
Sure, likewise.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.